you lead me to paradise?
Hey, what is up, y'all? It's your girl Danielle, and welcome back to my channel. Your girl came to you fresh faced, okay? It is, I don't even know what time it is. I know it's probably after 10 o'clock, and there's no natural light available, so the lighting in here looks a little wonky, it looks a little intimate. Baby, that's because it's late at night, okay? My baby girl is asleep, and it is very close to, it's almost December 31st, and I was so excited about 2025 and the information that has just been being downloaded into me over the last couple of weeks, and I couldn't wait to share it with y'all. So I'm here right now. So if this is your first time tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Danielle Price, and I am a personal development coach. I help women become masters of themselves. Well, I help women master themselves and become a leader in their own life so that they can create a life that they love. There's many different things that I do, but this YouTube channel, I really just enjoy sharing my journey, what I've been going through. You know, I never try to come on like as if I'm like an expert at certain things. Baby, I'm just a woman on a journey sharing whatever it is that I'm learning. And so I'm so happy that y'all are here. So today's video is going to be all about how I'm preparing for 2025. Y'all, when I tell you that I am extremely excited for 2025, I don't know what's about to happen, but I have so much hope and so much faith for 2025. I know that there's a lot of things that are going on in the news and with the economy and with politics that can really, really get you down and make you feel like the world is almost ending. But for some reason, I don't feel that way. Like, I feel like we are definitely going through a shift, and with shift and transformation and change comes a lot of tension, right? Even as I'm talking about it, I feel tension behind my ears. But I want to give you all hope very quickly, because at the end of the day, we can only do what we can do. We can only control what's going on in our own universe, within our own internal selves. And so, in spite of everything that's going on, as you guys are listening to me through this video, I just want to encourage you guys, focus on what you can control and release control of the things that you cannot. That's one of the best ways to really learn to let go, is just realize, man, there are a lot of things in this life that suck, but my life does not have to be one of them. So as I'm thinking back to 2024, I am extremely proud of myself. I feel like this is the first year where I have stood on business, where I did not tolerate any nonsense, where if you showed me who you were, I believed you, where I didn't overly chase after people that I prayed out of my life. I was not this people pleasing woman anymore. I really stood in my own, and I'm so grateful for that journey because it has taken me a long time to get there. And even though I want so much more for myself, and I want so much more for my life, and I'm not right where it is that I want to be, I feel like I'm right on the precipice of it because mentally and emotionally, I'm in check. Like, I don't let a lot of things bother me anymore. I feel very deeply, but I'm also very protective of my emotional energy. I'm very protective over the things that I do care about. And I'm also very detached from the things that I care about but cannot do anything about. So that's kind of how I am feeling moving into 2024. Moving out of 2024 and into 2025. Now, when it comes to 2025, I'm not very big on New Year's resolutions. I oftentimes get words of, I want to say like prophetic words or words for the year. And I knew a couple of months ago that, oh, it's coming together right now, that the word for 2025 was the year of trusting the vision. And the vision has not always been very clear. I've always had a vague idea of what it was that I wanted to do with my life, but it was just kind of always just like an idea, right? So just randomly, I'm a very creative person. If you're new to me, I'm very creative. Sometimes I'm very sporadic, but I go with the ebbs and flow of, my intuition, the Holy Spirit, God, whatever God has for me, whenever he starts to download is when I just begin to move in it. I don't plan it. Yeah, I just go with the flow. But when I began to write down what it was that I wanted for 2025, the first question that I asked myself was, where do I want to see myself this time next year? And I feel like it was like around Christmas time. So just a couple of days ago, I just randomly asked myself, where do I see myself, or where do I want to be this time next year? And that's the woman that I began writing about. Now, she is already her, okay? But I knew that there were things that I wanted to change, things that I wanted to adjust and needed to adjust in my life in order to become that woman that is further along. Because I don't want a repeat of 2024. And don't get me wrong, 2024 was really, really good to me. This has probably been one of the best years that I've had in the last 4 to 5 years. I'll even say 10 years if I'm being quite honest with you. And as I look back, I'm eternally grateful, but I also don't want to be in the same place that I'm in right now. And so let me take a sip of my water. And so as I began thinking about how I wanted to be, I wrote it down. I started with, what I wanted my weight to look like. I said I wanted to find waist, and, I want my hair to be nice and healthy, and I want my skin clear, like all these different things. I really began to visualize and build the woman that I wanted to be. Now, that I feel like is a very easy part, right? I wrote about the relationships that I had, I wrote about the experiences, the things that I wanted to experience, the friendships, the life experiences that I had. I wrote how my house felt. I wrote about, my new car. The only thing that I will say I did not include in this vision is love. And that doesn't mean I want love. I mean, I feel like that's just a given. But I feel like in order for me to really invite love into my life and to find the man, not even to find the man, but for the man and I to become in alignment, like I have to be in a different place in my life. And while I do feel like 2025 is definitely going to be the year, I say that often, but hopefully 2025 will be the year. Um, I'm just having faith that that's just a part of the vision, and that's that. So I wrote all this stuff out, and then what I did was that I said, okay, what is it that I need to do in order to become this woman? Because I know that there are changes and adjustments that I need to make in order for me to build this life, build this new experience, and build this year so that I can be this, what is on this page, by this time next year. So what I did was that I recently saw like on TikTok and Instagram about how people were saying like they were using Chat GPT to build their dream life. I did something very similar, but I did something also very different. What I did was that I typed a briefer version of my vision into Chat GPT, and I said, please build me a routine that accounts for everything that I need to do. And please build me a daily routine that accounts for everything it is that I need to do in order to sustain the woman that I want to become. And now, because I have certain things in my life, like I have a daughter, so I have to drop her off to school and stuff like that, I asked for it to account for those things as well. And it built me out this entire routine on how to fit in, working on my business, and how to fit in, socializing, how to fit in cooking dinner and working out and taking her to and from school and to and from dance class. So I took that, I tweaked it, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send it to myself, and I'm going to print it out. I'm going to post it up. Now, I'm pretty flexible because I am an entrepreneur, and, my days kind of come and go. You never really know what to expect with the day. I am pretty flexible, but the core part of my day, like especially my morning and night routine, they have to be solid. And why? Because the way that you start and end your day are extremely important and are going to determine how the rest of your day goes. And so I'm very firm about how I start those days, and I realize that I really need to get back to my daily routine. So that's a way that you can use ChatGPT. I know a lot of people may not be a fan of AI. You can always build your own routine, but I need a little bit of extra help, so that's what I did. So as ChatGPT built that for me, I said, okay, so this is the blueprint for what it is that I need to do every single day to get to where I need to be. Well, there are other things like my style and my energy levels and my mental, my physical, my emotional health. Like there are these other things that I need to make adjustments to in order to sustain the woman that I want to become, that I am now building again. And so I realized I really have to get back to the basics. I realized that there were a lot of things in my life that just were out of alignment. I was no longer taking my vitamins. I wasn't washing my hair as often. I wasn't keeping up with my skincare routine. I wasn't I was brushing, but I wasn't flossing, regularly. I wasn't regularly using mouthwash. I wasn't oil pulling. I wasn't deep conditioning my hair. I wasn't moving my body every day. Like, there are these things that we need to do. And my nose is itching, so if y'all see me scratching, that's why. But there are these things that we need to do and that we need to adjust in order to become the woman that it is that we want to become. I have dresses. Here's an example. I have dresses that I can absolutely fit that look great on me. I just don't have the undergarments to wear in order to look my best in those dresses. So you know what I did? I went and I ordered the undergarments. Because what am I waiting on? What am I waiting on? You want to know something else that I did? I did not experience enough fun this year. And so what I did was that I took stock of all of the different things that I do that get a lot of my energy, and I started thinking about, does this make me feel free? Is this fun for me? Is this enjoyable for me? Is this really going to help me become the woman that it is that I want to be? And if it's not, I'm getting rid of it and I'm replacing it with something that's going to make me feel good. So a few things that I have planned for next year that I already have tickets to is I'm going to a tea party, which I'm very excited about. I am going to an R&B live, which is, it has a DJ and a dance floor where you just, dance all night long. I love to dance. I love music. And I bought VIP. VIP was only like $75. So I was like, girl, if y'all only knew the lifestyle that I said I want to live, baby, that means VIP. That means VIP. And so I don't care if VIP is $75. I'm getting it. Now, if it's $500, that's probably not in my budget, but I'm going to make sure I can get the experience. And I don't really want to go anywhere now where if I can't afford VIP, because I want the experience of things being exclusive. So I'm doing that. And then the last thing that I have already planned and already, on my calendar, and I already bought the ticket, is I'm going to a silent disco. And I also bought VIP for that. Okay, VIP was only $45. And so I'm just already going ahead and just building these experiences out for myself so that when 2025 starts, I don't have any excuse. I may not be able to do something every weekend, but I'm making sure that I at least do something once a month. Something else that I'm doing is that I'm looking at making sure that, I have a standing hair appointment every 3 months. I can't get my hair done every month. That's just not in the cards for me. Okay, not right now at least. But, I'm really just getting back to ensuring that the basic necessities, basic luxury necessities are in alignment for me. And some things aren't necessity. I mean, not necessity. Some things aren't luxury. Like, I went and got me another multivitamin. I don't like pills. So I was like, okay, well, let me just try a liquid one. And the past 3 days, I've had the most energy I've ever had, and I've only had 1 cup of coffee. Back to the basics. And so I share all that to say, get back to the basics. Before you start trying to implement all these different routines and rigorous regimens and new whole skincare routines, add a new moisturizer. Add a serum. The only reason why my skin looks as good as it does right now is because I added a serum and a new moisturizer, because I didn't have a serum before, and so my skin was much drier. The moisturizer I was using at the time was not moisturizing at all. I just added those 2 things, and my skin is already glowing. You guys, get back to the basics. So what I'm doing is I am launching a new series called Back to the Basics. And it is going to be something like a 2025 guide to glowing up using what you already have. I'm going to walk you guys through how I have decluttered my home, how I have created my goals for my finances, how I have created my goals for my business through style and health. I am no expert in these things, but I think that one thing that is really missing from the glow up space is not having to buy a bunch of different things and not having to implement a bunch of different things, but really just getting back to doing what you know you need to do. Right? Something as simple as taking vitamins, drinking water. Like, we think, oh, I gotta get liquid IV. Or you could just add a little bit of salt to your water. I feel like there's not enough people in this space talking about how simple life really can be and how simply getting back to doing what you know you need to do consistently is the only way to sustain your life. Because even if you start adding new things into your life, if you're not able to sustain it because you're undisciplined, you're unmotivated, you're all over the place, you're unorganized, baby, none of that stuff is going to matter. I used to always go out and hurry up and buy all these different things. And I found myself kind of getting in that again where I was like, well, I need to go ahead and get a whole new skin routine and everything like that. And I heard God say, oh, but your skin is good. You just need more moisture. So how can you add more and more moisture? So I hope y'all found this video helpful. I know it's a little all over the place because this was really on a whim. I got some notes here. I don't know if I got through everything. I feel like I did. But either way, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You know you want to, boo. We are just women on a journey to being our best selves. And I can guarantee you that if you get back to the basics, if you just do the things you know you need to do, if you just focus on being consistent with your routines and healthy, helpful habits, and you look at your life objectively, you look at the things and the people in your life objectively, your life will never be the same. You will constantly be improving your life, and next year will be twice as good as this year. I even think back to, I was looking over my business finances, and I don't make thousands and thousands of dollars a year. I'm not a six-figure earner. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool 4-figure earner. I'm cool with that, okay? Because let me tell you something. Last year, I made a certain amount of money. This year, I almost 5x that. And all I did was do what I needed to do. That was it. Nothing extra. Nothing extravagant. I just did what I needed to do. And so this year, I plan on 5xing. Not even that. I plan on doing a lot better than that because mama got a whole new plan. So, and y'all will see. Y'all will see. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Again, 2025 is your year. Every year can be your year if you are willing to do what needs to be done so that you can live the life that you desire. I love y'all. Happy New Year. Make sure you be on the lookout for the Back to the Basics 2025 Guide to Glowing Up. Peace out, y'all.